I stare at Sam's face in the comlink, shake off the memory. Focus. I had your back that night, didn't I? Now I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? Better or worse, your name's at the top of the list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. So, I set up a dead man switch to send you this call. I got 100,000 Nuyen insurance policy payable when you find who creased me. Alive with a conviction, or in a body bag with justification. Either works. Contact my law firm, Rogers, Mengert and McCain, when the job is done. Don't know what to do. He turns to his left. Chat. Zzt. Pursuant to Mr. Watt's wishes, Rogers, Mengert and McCain have installed a secure dedicated phone lines. You may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin a verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from comlinks or other devices. Back to Sam. He straightens up and talks seriously for the first time. Look, Rythian, I've led a direct life and I probably left a direct corpse. I've hurt people. Hurt myself. I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? Well, it's not like I have much else to go on, but the guy was my friend. So I'll get to the bottom of this. Someone will pay. Hope you just said yes. I got a locator chip slotted in my head these days. When my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab. Rest in peace, Sam. I'll see you in Seattle. Your plane hits the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped back seat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for Nuyen, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. Seems this is where Sam Watts' body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Alright. Let's find this coroner and have a chat. He's in the back, apparently. Smell of death and decomposition wash over you, only slightly masked by the minty fake fresh of industrial-grade antiseptic. There he is. Dresden. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job," a little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. Didn't expect any visitors, and some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. Are you the coroner? John Dresden, Organ Grinders branch manager. Alright, my name is Rythian. I represent a man named Sam Watts, and I'm here to look into his murder. Interesting. A dead man makes for a strange client. What makes you think he's here? Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. Well, you're right. He is here. Not a lot of people know about it yet, though. Who told you he was dead? I'd have a choice here. Either I tell him about the money, and me getting paid to find the killer, or I keep it more on the down low. So I told him it was Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch. A dead man switch, eh? Fascinating. He's over here. Hello, Sam. Second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Ripper. I guess the classics never go out of style. That's not my title. It's what the Seattle Press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. And what did he take from Sam? His liver. For someone who's basically an alcoholic, I don't know if that's the correct choice, but... what about the other guys? The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed. McCluskey. Dresden, get out here. Seriously, how cool is this? If you don't like this art, I don't know what's wrong with you. This is some sort of orc guy with massive teeth in a suit. Like, that's just cool. Alright. Let's be here alone for a few seconds. Let's make use of that. Grab ourselves a basic med kit and let's check out Sam. Half covered by a sterile surgical sheet, his face is ashen white. For the first time without a smirk on it. There is, however, several plastic envelopes nearby. Let's check through the bag. It's a business card. That's from the Seamstresses Union. There's a cred stick. That's just a standard cheap one. No way of knowing what it is. I guess let's just take it. Oh, there's 300 nuyen. I guess it's something. Purple shirt, which has got lots of blood in it. The note, handwritten. Sam, I feel terrible that we have been long. To say I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica. Interesting. And that's about it. I guess let's have a chat with this McCluskey guy. Tusks, pointed ears, and a Neanderthal brow. Can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. So, this new Rippervik, what's name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? Also, you insisted at the time. Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden, give me something to work with here. This Ripper case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. Right, so this guy is a policeman of some sort. And, I get the feeling he's not one of the good ones. Alright, bit of information on the killer. He stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. Perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. Decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy too. So I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon? Not necessarily. Not a lot of surgeons still use scalpels these days, it's all computer-controlled lasers. You're no damn help, dwarf. And now he notices me. That's some superhuman powers of observation right there. Who the hell are you? Alright, so here's our options. Like, first of all, we don't have strength 4, so we can't be all intimidating and stuff. So the choices we have is I'm the nobody who didn't hear nothing. We can say we're new in town and be a little cocky, or straight up. So in this case, are you the detective on this case? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist you in finding his killer. The dreck you are. You get anywhere near my investigation, it'll be you on the slab, human. And then he just ignores me. Get me more, Dresden. Putting someone in a cell or box this week and I'm claiming my promotion. And off he goes. What a lovely guy. Alright, Dresden. Do you always make friends that easily? Oh yeah, I'm great at dinner parties too. Be straight with me, you really gonna work for the dead man? Well, aside from the fact that I really need the money, Sam was my friend. He was there when I needed him, so I'm going to return the favor. Fascinating. Now, McCluskey isn't interested in anything but McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 nuyen a week. Plus he's on the take. You have honor after a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help you? Right, so he's on the take? Who's paying him? Dresden does not know, but someone's been looking out for his career and his wallet. What's that about Sam's mom? Official report says she committed suicide. Well, aren't you the official in that sentence? Well, can't say it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. Was told to drop it, so he dropped it. What are organs worth these days? Not much, with all the synthetic and cyber stuff on the market. Who still uses scalpels? Well, doctors learn how to use them in the first year of medical school, as do coroners, but they don't really use them much anymore after that. Possible some of the slimier chop shops still use them, I suppose, but Dresden wouldn't know where to look. What about this seamstress union? It's a club in the Barrens that attracts lowlifes. Probably like it. Me, I'm not the really going out type. Always too much to be done around here. Plus, the dead are just easier to get along with. That's it's kind of sad. I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around the body lockers in the back, see if you find anything useful. Okay. I'll go do that. That's one way of ending a conversation. Go check the body lockers. Well, let's just grab some stuff. Like another med kit, could be nice, and a dock wagon basic trauma kit. And let's check the locker. John Doe. But it's set to 21 degrees. Nice and chill. Let's open it up. A fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in a very good condition. Whoa, easy there. Turns out the guy is very much alive. Jumps down from the drawer and stands before me. Someone who just woke up in a morgue locker seems unfazed and pretty well put together. He's got a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos above his collar. Interesting combination. Looks like the guy is both a decker and a shaman. Jake Armitage. Actually, this is the guy you played in the Super Nintendo game. At which point the game started off with him literally waking up in a morgue and he had amnesia, so you spent most of the game trying to figure out what actually happened. Jake told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6? It doesn't feel like 6. Yeah, sorry. Didn't expect you to be so alive. Yeah, Dresden thinks he's pretty funny. You're not the first person he's pulled this on. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I notice you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? Well, I'm looking into the death of Sam Watts. The coroner seemed to think you can help me out. Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or other, though. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level. Working for Sam, some sort of dead man switch. Thought maybe you can help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Well, thanks for volunteering me. Alright, then the name's Jake, and you are? Nice to meet you, Jake. I'm Rythian. And well-mannered too, such a rare thing in the city. Right, Jake might be able to help us out. He was with Sam the other night. In the Seamstress Union. Laying low. He got asked to throw Sam out, but in the alley some gangs got the jump on him. Maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup, my hands are dirty anyway. Now what's wrong with this intestine? And a loud squelching noise. Lovely. Anyway, there's a big fat corporate bounty on his head. This last job didn't go according to plan. Out in the alley, a couple of Halloweeners got the jump on them. Thought they could turn a quick profit of their head. Well, apparently that didn't go very well. Sam stumbled off during the fight and that's the last I saw of him. Till he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last day in this place. Well, you've done this before. Long story. End up in the morgue more often than the average guy. I can't imagine that being pretty hard. Jake's a regular. Started a reward card. Few more visits and you get a free night stay. Awesome. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union. Jake wants some backup to settle the score with the Halloweeners. That seems like a decent enough plan. In return, he'll take me to where Sam was murdered. And maybe toss in some supplies while we're at it. What do you say? Well, it's nice to have someone watching your back out there, assuming you can trust them. Alright, get it? Gotta be careful in this trade. John can vouch for me not being one to back out of a deal. Plus, you know where I'm hiding out, so can't exactly sell you out. Good point. Well, I do like a bit of street justice every now and then, so, alright, Jake, count me in. Excellent. He's been hiding out there ever since that run-in with the Halloweeners, but, time to get to the rest of the Barrens. Ask me if I need a weapon. Well, yes I do, considering I have nothing. And we ended up deciding to go for a pistol. I don't really want to go into melee with our sort of stat and skill distribution. So there we go, a Fachete Security 500. This is the same gun we had in the flashback. Ready for an evening out on the town? Sure, just tell me something more about these gangers. One of the nastier gangs in town, their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they're led by a troll named John Paul. He's got the Halloweeners in the barrens looking for me. We take him out, maybe I can breathe a little easier. Sure, I'm ready. Here we go. We can leave whenever you're ready. Well, I guess I'm ready. We picked up everything. We've had a chat. We've got the information of Sam. What little there is. So let's deal with this Halloweeners. The Redmond Barrens. Run on the Seattle Sprawl and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barrens. Doesn't matter your business, the Barrens doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog-eat-dog slum, add a dash of tourist trap and you've got a recipe for mean as hell. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of the organ grinders behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite and who knows what else. He exhales with an expression of wry contentment. The stench and grime tell him he's home. My stash is just around the corner in the alley. Well, let's check it out.